Yes. Also, you must hold the stomach.
Okay, Assalamualaikum. A very good morning to everyone.
Yeah, good morning.
So, we saw this one yesterday, right?
Yeah.
The Malacca World Heritage Property and the buffer zone. So, we are somewhere here now at within the old fort, close to the land, we call it Sea Gate. Sea Gate, which is the most important entrance into the fort. So Sea Gate here, the one that survived is actually Land Gate, leading to Badan. Alright. So we are here, okay, now for orientation. So which is somewhere here. Sea Gate, just opposite of the Sea Gate. Sea Gate, also the one that survived, Kota Formosa, Land Gate, yang leading to Badan. So that was the original location of the bridge during the Saturday period. Portuguese, Dutch, British, and now it's almost similar, except the original bridge was the one behind the windmill yang ada merah tu, that windmill, which was destroyed during the Allied Forces bomb area. Masa Perang Dunia tu, tentera perikatan Allied Forces bomb semua bridges along Malacca River to actually avoid Japanese to come into the cities, and therefore the windows of this church were all shattered, pecah, the original window, and pecah because of that bomb. And also Saint Xavier, if you look at the tower, actually flying like this, they condong. So we have our own cleaning tower. So this was purely based on our excavation here by Jabatan Warisan Negara. So this was the view of Kota Malacca or Fortaleza di Malacca on the present town plan. Okay, the European cities, Malacca River, and also Asian cities, also protected by wall, stone wall and earthen wall or timber wall. Right? Okay. We are actually at the most historic site of Malacca. So this is the most historic site of Malacca. Why? This was the very place where the first king of Malacca, Paramiswara or Parameswari in Portuguese document, built his palace overlooking the Malacca River. That was the original Malacca River mouth, Muara Sungai Malacca. If you refer to sejarah Melayu, Muara Sungai Malacca, where the king sit under the Malacca tree, somewhere near the Muara Sungai Bertau. Kan nama asal somewhere here, tak tahu di mana. Alright, so Paramiswara built his palace overlooking the Malacca River. So then later this whole area of Malacca Hill became the seat of his kingdom, and all his followers or hamba rakyat actually duduk across the Malacca River. So the Malacca Bazaar was located along the river, and all the business were handled on the bridges, on the bridge. If you refer to Chinese document, he's built on one single bridge. We have 24 pavilion belong to different merchants for them to conduct business on the bridge. So I can't imagine how the bridge look like, but they have a sketches from Chinese document, but I never seen that. Right, big bridge with pavilion on both sides. 24 pavilion for different merchants. So this was how the Malacca River looked like after the demolition of the wall. But what I want to see is actually all the houses along the Malacca River have their own jetties or balcony overlooking the river. So the houses actually fronting the river instead of the road. Okay. All this side, yeah. Okay. So that's why I told you last night, the Malacca River Beautification Program actually reduced the original character of Malacca River because it really. Yeah. No, I can email you all these pictures later. Email. Alright. So Malacca was known as the Five Island State by the Chinese. Five Island State, because before Malacca appeared as the port, Pulau Besar already became the important transit point for all merchants from east and west, or from India to China, for them to get fresh water and also for them to get fresh supply food from the forest. So they already communicate with the native of Malacca or orang laut. So before Malacca appear as the kingdom established by Parameswara. So Pulau Besar memang dah ada di dalam sejarah Cina lebih awal dari Malacca. So the contact between Malay Peninsula and China already well established since the 2nd century. Dah lama, 2nd century. So in fact, most of the Hokkien from South China dah established their permanent settlement in places like Patani, Kelantan, Terengganu. Remember sungai Kampung Cina, Terengganu, and all other important cities along the east coast and later west coast later. Jadi Popia sampai dulu ke Kelantan, Terengganu, so before Semarang. Before Semarang. The Popia, yeah. Because Zheng He went to Semarang in 1420s, right? Right. So this is not the palace of Parameswara. His palace was actually more simple, according to Ma Huan. But this was the illustration of the Sultan Mansur Shah Palace, which he built on top of Bukit Melaka or Sempong Hill. So this was the private residence of the Malay king of Sultan Mansur Shah, and he also built a audience hall or Balai Rong Sri in front of this, which did not mention in detail in sejarah Melayu, so we cannot prepare the illustration, and also masjid and bathing place. So this is the private residence, this is quite I think accurate compared to the replicas built by Malacca government now, which actually the drawing prepared by Persatuan Sejarah Malaysia Cawangan Melaka. So if you refer to sejarah Melayu, this is a more accurate version, which is very similar to early architecture of the Malay in Sumatra, in Palembang, and also now you come from Minangkabau. Right. So when the Portuguese captured Malacca, when Sultan Mansur Shah moved the palace to the top of the hill, I'll show you the place later. So he later built the Royal Mausoleum and Royal Masjid, Royal Mosque on his side, on the side of the first palace. Okay, and when the Portuguese captured Malacca, after they captured the bridge, so the Portuguese able to capture the entire Forbidden City, kota larangan, Forbidden City of the Malay king. This is only for the kings, okay, and prince and princess, and the hamba rakyat or followers. So when Portuguese capture kota larangan or Forbidden City of the Malay king, then slowly they immediately built a small fort here, in 8 months, built by 1000 hamba raja. If you refer to Portuguese document, built by 100 hamba raja of the slave for the king. 1,000 bermakna memang besar lah, dia punya pengikut ramai. 1,000 hamba raja captured by the Portuguese, yang lari lain cerita kan. Alright. So then later in 8 months they managed to build this small fort and name it Formosa. So Formosa is not the entire wall, And Formosa also is not the name of this gateway. So the original name of this gateway, the one that survived, is called Porta di Santiago. Porta di Santiago, because this was Santiago Bastion. Saya akan tunjuk nanti. And the name of this wall was Kota Malacca again, Fortaleza di Malacca. Fortaleza di Malacca, ataupun dalam semasa zaman kerajaan Kota Malacca. Sama. Right.
I mean, should say Kota Fortaleza lebih betul lah.
Kota bukan lebih betul, memang accurate.
Formosa also
No, wrong.
wrong ah.
Wrong. This was Formosa. A small fort, this one tower.
Kecil ah.
Yeah. And that clock tower built by our local millionaire was actually the replicas of this Formosa tower. Yeah, right? The replicas of Formosa tower. So that was the site of Formosa. But unfortunately kita tak buat excavation. The first excavation done by Jabatan Museum, they found a pair of the headstone and legstone of Sultan Mahmud. Satu disimpan di Museum Sejarah Melaka, satu disimpan di Museum Negara. So, and because the wall of Malacca was, they used the stone from the palaces, the grave, and also laterite stone from Pulau Jawa and Pulau Melaka. Okay. But what is interesting about all the Portuguese period map, they always include this city cross, the cross. A very sacred site where Saint Xavier landed. City Cross masih ada sekarang. We call it City Cross now. Cross, Eastern Cross, yeah. Cross. So, alright. Okay. So although the Portuguese period map is not so accurate, they don't have proper scale, but a few monuments survive. The City Cross, St. Paul Church, and also Porta di Santiago survive. So that serves as the reference for our survey of the entire area. Right. The picture that we took from Pulau Upe and Pulau Panjang, so we can still find the traces of the stone, laterite stone from Pulau Upe, where the Portuguese actually took the stone. Laterite stone ni interesting dia, sebelum dia timbul ke tanah dia sangat lembut, so kita boleh potong dengan mesin. But once it's exposed to weather, so it's become very hard. And that's why for European they call it iron stone. Iron stone sebab dia sangat keras. Iron stone.
Rosli, you say dia timbul, that means he grow.
Di dalam tanah,
Yeah.
So
we need the water.
No, we need to actually cut the surface of the earth, normally 1 meter below, then we just cut.
And then baru soft lah.
So the one in Thailand, I don't know how they did it last time.
Thailand
Definitely.
pulau apa? Thailand pulau apa?
Pulau Kacapuri.
Kacapuri.
So Malacca City and Pulau Panjang are already flat because they took all the. If we go to Pulau Upe during low tide, we can see more stone, which is ada yang complete, ada yang dah hilang, ada yang belum siap. Banyak lagi. So the excavation done by Jabatan Warisan and next to the white building opposite your hotel. So we got a lot of this skeleton, a complete skeleton. Ada banyak lagi. Every time kita korek less than 1 meter below ground, we can find this. So yeah, that may be a cemetery, the Portuguese cemetery, because next to that white building.
Yeah, our hotel lah.
Opposite your hotel, opposite ada restaurant. Why? Because this site was actually located opposite the largest Portuguese church, cathedral. The cathedral. So we have excavated this area. So we found banyak tadi rata, tetapi rasanya dia ditanam ni masa perang, sebab walaupun dia ada saf seperti Kristian, tetapi dia ditanam secara tergesa-gesa, kan? Tergesa-gesa, dan kita jumpa banyak button, sebab dia pakai baju kan, button, dan banyak lagi kotak dan sebagainya dalam ni. So for detail, ini Jabatan Warisan, so I don't have the detail. Yang ni kita tanam balik. The same side. Alright.
Jadi tanam balik kita tak usik lagi lah.
Tak boleh usik lah. You can re-history. It's not ancient skeleton. It's modern man.
Modern man, pagi-pagi.
So tak baik keluarkan. So alright. So this is a more accurate illustration of Fortaleza di Malacca, or some Portuguese map stated as Citadel di Malacca. Citadel ke fort, Citadel di Malacca. So kalau satu C, one C normally Portuguese, and that use one C, M-A-C-A.
This is Dutch.
Dutch or Portuguese, they use this spelling. But for British period map, they use M-A-L-A-C-C-A. That means understand is Portuguese period map.
English Malacca.
M-A-L-A-C-C-A. Dutch or Portuguese. They use
Malaga.
Citadel di Malacca or Fortaleza di Malacca. So Formosa on this side of Formosa, on the side of the clock tower, the cathedral, and
Sekarang tak ada lah itu cathedral.
tak ada. Yang ada adalah St. Paul Hill, which was a convent. Yeah? The first, we could like the first school in Malaysia, the first convent in Malaysia. So, alright.
You can push your mic.
Oh,
So I sing it. Boleh ya? Make yourself.
alright. So we have a total of 4 entrance leading into the fort. Land gate here, sea gate opposite the bridge, and land gate leading to Bandar Ili yang survive sekarang, and ada one gate here, one gate yang atas, and also another one somewhere near the replica of the Malay Palace. So on four, and the front. So when the Dutch took over Malacca, so they retained the numbers as well. But the Dutch actually they have a boat here, Originally there was a river here, so they make a boat here, right? So terusan on the route itself, on the route of Bandar Cover, that was the boat.
Defensive or irrigation?
Defensive.
That's
The Dutch defense system. If you go to the Netherlands, that was the design of the typical Dutch fort. But this is not Dutch fort. This is Portuguese.